In this session, we shall discuss an important deployment technique called blue-green deployment and how to do it in the Cloud Foundry. Here we shall cover the theory part of it, and in the upcoming sessions, we shall use the technique to deploy the new version of our D2D retail bank in Cloud Foundry. So what is blue-green deployment? Blue-green deployment is a strategy to release software code. It is often used for the application where uptime is very critical and there is zero downtime during the release of new version of software. In case of any issues, we can easily switch back to the old version without any downtime. In microservice architecture, where we are releasing multiple versions of the service continuously, blue-green deployment is very critical or very important. And for a period, both old and new version exist in the production environment. And later, we remove the old version once the new version is stable. Now let's see an important concept and understand what is route in Cloud Foundry, because route plays the critical role in blue-green deployment in Cloud Foundry. So, an application deployed in Cloud Foundry, it has an URL. So basically the application mapped with an URL address, and this is called route. So in our case, D2D retail bank is mapped to this particular URL, D2D retail bank cfops us hana ondemand.com, and this is the route for that. Now route has two parts. One is host name and other is domain. If we write the cf routes command, we will see our host and what is our domain. Now, host name we can define, we can give any custom name for that. But the domain name we cannot define. It is the domain name where Cloud Foundry is deployed. Now we look into some important commands for route. Cf route used to list the routes. Cf map route followed by application name, followed by domain name minus and host name. It used to map a route with a particular application. Cf unmap route just unmap a route from a particular application. And Cf delete route, it's delete a route. Now we get back to blue-green deployment. And we see what are the stages. So first stage or initial stage, current version of the application is deployed in Cloud Foundry. Here if you see, we have D2D retail bank deployed and it has a CF route, D2D retail bank CFF USD and HANA ondemand.com. Now in the second stage, new version of the application is deployed with a temporary route. So we see this D2D retail bank version 2 is deployed and it has a temporary route, temp D2D retail bank CFF USD and HANA ondemand.com. In this case, in this stage, both the application old and new version are available in the production, and we can access this using two different routes. At this point, QA team and other team will test the new version. Now, once we get more confidence in the new version, we shall bind the original route to version 2 also. So, original route will be mapped to version 2 also. At this point, through original route, we can access both the application old and new version. Also, there will be a temporary route to access the new version. The cf command for this is cf route, application name followed by the domain name. Now we have the fourth stage, where we shall remove the original route or unmap it from version 1. At this stage, we get more confidence on version 2, and that's why we shall unmap the version 1. So you can see now no route is pointing to version 1, and version 1, though it is running in Cloud Foundry, application is running in the Cloud Foundry, but we cannot access it. And new version has two routes, original route as well as temporary route to access the new version. The command for this is that unmap route followed by application name, domain name, and the host name. In the fifth stage, we shall remove the temporary route from the new version. And now the original route is used to access this new version, and we completed our blue-green deployment and moved completely from old version to new version. But at any stage, if we have any error in the new version, we can easily roll back to the old version just by mapping the original route to the old version again. And this is the command unmap route and the application name, domain name, and the host name. So this is what the blue-green deployment is, and it enables us to deploy new version in Cloud Foundry with zero downtime, and we can deploy continuously new versions of our services. Next session, we shall look into the practical part of it. So if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.